Baiao here. Here to speak to you a little bit about Year 8 German for Parents Evening. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through what we've been doing this year and what we'll be continuing to do for the rest of the year. And we'll be looking at how we can best support your child and also how you can support them in terms of helping them with their work at home. And we'll also briefly touch upon the options process as well. Now, this unit we've been looking at German food and what kind of the things that they like to eat and being able to order in cafes. You can see here on my slide that we have got some examples of German food. It's actually a unit that I absolutely love teaching. Hands down, I think it's the most useful one because whenever you do go on holiday, you can almost guarantee you'll be out about ordering food. But it also feels a little bit like a cruel unit to be doing in the middle of a lockdown when no one's going anywhere and we certainly aren't eating out. But nevertheless, we have been covering it and we've been enjoying looking at some of the things that they like to eat and do. So you can see here on the left-hand side what we've been studying. So week 1, we were looking at the market, being able to order food and particularly kind of fruit and veg and that type of thing, looking at weights. The second week, we looked at ordering food in a restaurant, more specifically. And then we looked at talking about shops, which is something that we've done this week, talking about the types of shops that we like to go to. Again, it all sounds rather fanciful at the moment, considering none of us are doing anything exciting like shopping. Then we move on to a slightly more controversial topic about pocket money. So we talk about kind of like what the trends are in terms of how much people earn, how they choose to spend the money that they earn. And then the final week looks at describing a shopping trip the students have been on using the past tense. So last half term, we began looking at the past tense, how to form it, how to talk about things that have already happened. And we kind of continue to run with that this half term and expand upon that. And it's really important that they continue to practice their tenses in particular. Then the final week, we will have a revision lesson and we will do the quiz. So unlike normal half terms where we do an assessment towards the end, reading, writing, listening, speaking, whatever, obviously we can't run one of those this half term. However, we are going to run the Google quiz. And that will be based on the knowledge organizer, which they have got, which I uploaded on class chats at the beginning of the half term. And we will then kind of work our way through that as well. And it's really important that they work as hard as possible on that, because for that is for us to see how much they've learned this half term. Okay, so super important that they are revising everything they've done this half term for the Google quiz in week 6. So what are our expectations? So we set a PowerPoint for each lesson on class charts, and that is normally a Loom video. So it's really important that the students click on the Loom videos as well, not just open the PowerPoint, particularly for the listening tasks, as that is the only listening practice they're now getting at the moment without being actually in the classroom. So really important that they're watching the videos and completing the listening tasks. Students then self-mark their work because we put all the answers up, and they then need to upload their work onto class charts to be rewarded. So I always give out visa points for students that have been submitting new work. Just recently, we just had a new button introduced where we can inform parents that work hasn't been submitted. You may well have started to see these kind of filtering through. So I will be letting you know via class charts if I've not had work submitted as well. Students can upload and send in any extension tasks as well. I know a couple of my German class have done that already, which is amazing. So yes, please do send that through, and I do look at it and I will mark it. Kind of looking forward a little bit, I uploaded a video last week about the languages process for options. Now for my Year 8 class, I'd be expecting most people to be choosing to do German next year, and I certainly hope so. I very much enjoy teaching the class, so it'd be lovely to see them again next year. I just wanted to briefly kind of recap what I went through. So for German next year, we'll be looking at 5 different topics. This is how the exam board kind of splits it up. So we're looking at identity and culture, local area and holidays, school, future aspirations in the world of work, and then the world around us. So kind of looking at global issues like charity work and homelessness, and also a big topic which is the environment. And we look at that kind of towards the end of the GCSE course in year 11. It's split across the 4 skills, so reading, listening, speaking and writing, just as you would find in year 7 and year 8, so not too much of a difference there. So I definitely recommend that you have a look at that. Also, please do contact me if you've got any questions. You can see my email address there in the big orange star, so e.baiao or mrvictoryacademy.co.uk. So if you've got any concerns about your own child, or you'd like to speak to me more specifically about how they're doing, do please get in contact with me. You can request a phone call as well if you'd prefer me to ring home and have a chat with you as well about any questions regarding either the options process or how your child is doing at the moment. So yeah, any questions, please do get in touch, and I hope to speak to you all very, very soon.